What's up, everybody? This is Rebel, and I just want to make a quick video, and I want to talk about how, this government tried to make whatever this George Floyd, they tried to make that out of a revolution, the revolution that we all is expecting to come, which will come. This is what they tried to turn this event into. And it was not that at all. Okay. Just like most of the events that you see on the news that comes out, it's always some type of things that they put in place. That's just like, okay, those bricks that they found in certain areas. Those bricks, you could see that a machine had to carry those bricks there because, see, they wanted people to do damage. Now, let me tell you something, okay? This Caucasian man, this government built all these buildings. Most of these buildings here, these new buildings like Target and all of that stuff, they built all of this stuff. This illusion, they built it, okay? They know, okay, first they come out with Corona, and they take 40 million jobs was gone because of Corona. Then you got that's 40 million people unemployed. Then you got about over 100,000 businesses that have been lost. So they know that people is in distress. So that's why they was able to set up bricks and all of this stuff in different areas, in these poor areas. And they did it like in the black community. I have an associate that live in North Carolina. And she said that all of a sudden, she said she's sitting in her house and all these white people run down the street, breaking out windows in the melanated community. The reason why they doing this is because we ain't paying them attention no more. See, you have to understand, they had us to the point that we were telling our children that Santa Claus was coming down the chimney. A lot of us lived in an apartment building, telling our children to go to sleep because Santa Claus is about to come and bring them toys. We had our children hunting for eggs, claiming that a rabbit lay eggs. And we know a rabbit don't lay eggs, claiming that the eggs came from a rabbit. And we know rabbits don't lay eggs. And that's a whole, Anglo-Saxon is a whole different story, and I'm not about to get on that. But they had us to the point where anything they said, a lot of us did. A lot of us did. And see, from what I learned, I pushed that on my kid until I found out the truth. And I had apologized to my child because it was wrong for me to try to instill that craziness in my child. But we have been set up our mind have been set up, and it's been programmed to the way they want our mind programmed. That's why you see a lot of mentally ill people now. See, a lot of us, okay, we go along with this illusion where we go to college. And see, you have to play this illusion to a T. You can't be yourself. You got to turn into somebody else. You go to college. Then you meet a girl. Now, see, it was that side chick was the one you wanted to really be with. But because this female right here fit the illusion, you educated and she educated. And I'm not telling nobody to go get a trashy ass person. But we was put in this illusion, your husband's supposed to look a certain way, your wife's supposed to look a certain way, and if you ain't got that, then you ain't got it going on. We have always looked at relationships on the outer appearance, and that's why at a certain degree, that's why relationships break up, because there's nothing spiritual about them. And we have been taught to pick our mate like that. We have been taught that If we don't have this education and this degree, we are not intelligent until you go to working with a person with an education and you see how dumb as fuck they are. See, because I've been to college and you don't learn your job until you get on the job, okay? You don't know your job until you get on it. And that's why a lot of people, when they get on the job and start doing it, they see they can't do it. Because you can go to college and that's just like you go to nursing school. When you in a nursing program, they give you, when you on in your clinicals, they give you 1 or 2 people. But when you on a real job and you got 10, 9, 20 patients, then it's a different story. See, you don't know a person until you talk to a person. Anybody can throw a degree up in your face. Anybody can do that. But that don't mean that they intelligent because they can throw a degree up in your face. And we have been taught to look at people on that level. We have been taught to do that. We have never been taught to be ourselves. That's why they want your children when they're 5 years old. That's why they tell you, that's why they got Sesame Street. To weaken your child's mind. Set them in front of a TV and watch animals teaching them their ABCs. Then they get this fairy tale illusion. That's why it's easy for them to believe in that there's a Jesus up in the sky that's going to save them. Because that fairy tale illusion didn't already start going when you set them in front of a TV and allow Barney and all them to teach them their ABCs. You know, you remember the little yellow bird teaching us our ABCs when we was younger. And it weakens a child's mind and take them into that fairy tale state. This is why they do that. You know, instead of you talking to your child, when they come out the womb, you talking to them instead of talking to them. Instead of talking to them. See, they train us at a young age. And now they look at us, they ain't never seen us like this. Wait a minute, you mean to tell me they want to wear their natural hair? What they want to wear? What? See, that was something that they wasn't used to. And when they see you with your natural hair, see, that's why before a Caucasian person come to you and try to talk to you, they gonna watch you. They not gonna just come up on you. They got to see a cross on your neck. They got to see something. They watch you before they approach you. Because they got to make sure you not one of them awakened ones. And it's not that you gonna cuss them out, but it's just your energy they cannot take. It's something about an awakened person and their energy. Caucasian people cannot take it. They can be all day. They can get a person that's not awakened and be with them all day long and it don't even bother them because you still sleep. And let me tell, this is for somebody out here, because let me tell you something. If it wasn't for me looking at my views, see, don't look at the like button, but look at your views, because let me tell you something. A lot of melanated people ain't going to support you because a lot of us is crabs in a barrel. Just like when you awaken, your family looked at you with disgust. Told you that they gonna pray for you in church for you to come on back because you done lost your mind. And they sitting up here praying to a man they ain't never seen before. But telling you done lost your mind. How the hell, even the shit that, even us being prisoners of war, you mean to tell me Jesus didn't see that? And we can't lie and say, even though this George Floyd incident may be a hoax, but they have killed several of us, billions of us. They have done this. And let me tell you this. I seen a picture. And somebody took a picture of these white people bowing down with their head down to these black people. And what had happened was, after when the white people bowed down and apologized for what they people did to them, the black people turned around and bowed down and they all start praying together. See, white people know who to do this with. They go to the Christians because they know Christians have been trained to forgive no matter what. No matter what, they will forgive. That's why politicians go to Christians. Because they know that they don't have a warrior spirit. That's what they don't want, is a warrior spirit. That's why they go in the churches. And let me tell you something. That's just like all of us that's awakened. See, because this message is not for the unawakened, the ones that don't want to awaken. This is for the awakened and the ones that's trying to awaken. The reason why you see these white people acting a fool like they are, every time you turn around, all kind of videos, they pick, I'm going to call the cops on you. Nigger, nigger, nigger. The reason why you see that, just like you are waking up, they see their demise. That's why they coming out with all of these stories. Because they trying to get you back on track. See, they want you to forget about this awakening. But it's inevitable. That's what they don't understand. It's inevitable. You know, there's a such thing called karma. And that's what's happening right now. See, they couldn't get you with the coronavirus. See, because what they wanted to do, that's why they was getting these buildings set up. So when they came out with the story, then you was going to run to them and they was going to start killing you, get rid of that one, bring another one in and keep it moving. That's what they wanted. And melanated people said, hell no, I'm not going up in there. Melanated people stopped. So since the corona didn't get the momentum stopped on that, then all of a sudden they come out, they starting to kill melanated people again. And see, a lot of people wasn't believing the Hamas story, so they came out with another story. See, but before corona, it was Ebola. But the difference with the Ebola and the corona, they shut down everything. Because whether you wanted to participate or not, they was going to make you participate. They was going to make you participate. Everybody stay at home. Everybody stay at home. This is dangerous. We going to cut out all the NBA, all the sports, everything, shut it down. And everybody still wasn't going. And that's what they wanted. Because if they could have got you to that point, then they had you and they seen that everybody wasn't going. They whole thing at this point, they don't know what the hell to do. They don't know how to turn this awakening off. That's the real deal. And in the awakening community, you're going to find out that a lot of people that's playing like they awaken ain't awakened. You're going to find that out. Because it's some things in my life and in everybody's life that they did back in the day that they live with right today. And you got to be honest with everything. Not because that situation is going on in your life. You got to be honest with everything. And there's some people that don't want to do that. They want to play a game with you. And see, they'll pick this. See, that's just what Christians do. See, when it comes to doing right, they partial with it. You can't be partial with it, even if it hurts your feelings. You can't be partial with it. And a lot of people want to be partial with it. That's just like what just happened, the video we saw. And we saw that it was not, this man did not even get no medical attention because 2 sheriffs came to pick him up, or state troopers came to pick him up. See, in a minute, they gonna sweep this up under the rug because they know that, see, they know they watches us. And they know that we see that. See, they make these videos and they see, it was a time where they didn't have to try hard. Now they have to try because every little thing, we watch it. That's just like in these riots. Police officers were stealing stuff. Police officers was vandalizing their own cars, putting bricks in spots so people can pick them up and throw them. And melanated people was calling them out for it. See, a lot of us is returning back to our natural state. We don't care about the illusion no more. You can't go and pay $5 to make some Air Jordans and then come back here and sell them to us for $300. Because see, this is what they do. That junk you spend all that money on, they don't pay a lot of money to get that junk made. They don't pay a lot of money. But see, as long as they got you in that illusion, you will buy it because we got that syndrome of keeping up with the Joneses. See, we wasn't always poor. That's why we have very expensive taste. They lied to us and told us we wasn't nothing. We wasn't always poor. That's why we have our taste is very expensive and we very creative. Everything in America, we invented it. They can, and I'm going to tell you this too. This court system, they shut down the court system, everything. You know what? I would be shocked if they open it back up. Because we was going in them courts looking for our people. I tracked my people from 1871 and it stopped there. And I was going to go to court. And now everything stopped because they shut down everything. We was going in them courts looking for our people. Don't think that they ain't got the memo that a lot of us have awakened. They got the memo. It's just that they trying to ignore it. That's why on TV they calling you an African American. How can I be an African and an American? You explain that shit to me. See, don't you ever think that they don't know that we are awakening up like we are. Don't you think that? Because you got to look at what you just saw with your own eyes. How many, it was black people out there, but not like it usually be. You seen white folks, paid crisis actors. And a lot of them, the melanated people was paid crisis actors too. Not all of them, but a lot of them probably was. We ain't falling for it no more. And see, this is what they want us to continuously, how they judge something is the outcome of it. Now, it's midnight now. It's dark out here and it's quiet. When the revolution happens, see, Gil Scott said that the revolution would not be televised because it's going to take place, first of all, in your mind. And then that's when it's going to come outward. And once it happened, it ain't going to stop till it's over. Till the dust is clear. They gave you a mimic revolution. Black and white is coming together against the government. Really? But they was in the hood tearing up buildings. White folks. When they out there calling you nigger, just like you are awakening, they see their own demise. That's the problem right there. That's just like with coronavirus. It started in China. How the hell did it get all the way to America in the black community, in the melanated community, and you don't get it yet? You don't get how important you are. Everybody is waiting on you. That's why we waking up like we are. You the trendsetter of everybody. Nobody is greater than you. And this is what they never wanted you to see. Your greatness. As long as you knew that you wasn't nothing, they had you up under their foot and you felt you was nothing, they could come up in your face and say anything. Because they used to do it to me. Now they don't do that anymore. Excuse me. I don't even have to open my mouth. And see, this is what they never wanted. The awakening is what it's all about. It's the awakening. And this is why they're so scared. You all have a nice day.